Like, share, subscribe, dislike, comment below. Broly Lesnar has put up the boots. I think he said this on Instagram or somewhere on social media in an interview, and he said he's actually done. He said after he got slammed by Oba that last time, he was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. But Brock Lesnar, man, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen. You talk about somebody that just oozes charisma, that oozes attention. Like, he's a spectacle, man. He's always felt like the big fight feel since he got there. Very unique, very original. I mean, I've never seen the F5 before the F5, and the F5 is still a very relevant move. F5 is one of the dopest moves I've ever seen on that, too. It's perfect, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It's a perfect move. It is a very unique move, too. Very unique. But, yeah, man, it's pretty wild. Brock Lesnar. No more Lesnar, no more Cena, no more Goldberg, no more AJ Styles. It's just pretty wild to see my entire generation slowly, putting it away and doing other things. It's pretty crazy. No Batista, Triple H, a lot of people. I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era, so Randy's still going, Ray's still going, that's still crazy. Jericho's still going, Edge and Christian's still going, so it's pretty dope. But it's just a matter of time to that my entire generation is gone. It's just a matter of time. It's life, though. Man, Lesnar has had a hell of a career. I mean, if you had Brock Lesnar's career, I don't know how the fuck could you be mad. What is he, 11 or 10-time world champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, Elimination Chamber matches. He's won nothing but big shit. Like, everything below these things was below him. Rightfully so. Brock Lesnar, man, he's one of those dudes, man, that's just, I think in any era he would have dominated. He's one of the best sellers of all time. He don't get no credit for that, to be a big guy, to be that athletic, and the way he sells things, the way he can sell a fight. Like, Lesnar gives me that feeling, and always have given me that feeling, that this doesn't feel like a wrestling match. This feels like a fight. He always gave me that feeling. Like, oh, man, he always gave me the idea that he's about to go out there and fuck people up. I see the vicious, evil Brock Lesnar, bro. He threw a nigga with one leg down the stairs, bro. He had Undertaker ex-baby, I think that's his ex, but his ex-wife, Sarah, against the fucking wall, groping her and shit. Now, he didn't grab her titty, but he's like, still had his head against her stomach or something. Like, I see the evil fucking Brock Lesnar, bro. Man, I miss Ruthless Aggression era, bro. Villains was evil, bro. Like, evil. These villains today is fucking Lucky Charm ass niggas, bro. It ain't they fought because we get a PG era, but damn. Brock Lesnar, bro. I'm so glad I got to see his career. 2002, 2004, even though I wasn't really watching like that at the time. But I do remember Lesnar catching my eye for sure. So I do remember Lesnar. Definitely. But then when he came back, one of the best runs ever. He ended the fucking streak. In my head, I still look like that guy in the front row seat with the Dave Bryan shirt on with the glasses. And y'all know what meme I'm talking about. Is genuinely the most shocking, probably the most shocking look any wrestling fans ever had, because he was the only person. I just never forget, me and my brothers was watching WrestleMania 30. And it was a good time, too, because that was the first time WrestleMania was only $10. So, WrestleMania 30, WWE Network at the time. Man, you talk about when that said 1, 2, 3. Bro, my brother literally fell out the fucking, I think he was sitting on a crate or something. We was in a room. I just like, I was literally just staring for like a good whole minute, like, they botched that, right? I was genuinely like, oh, wait a minute, bro. This is like the worst botch in history. I don't think he meant to say 3. It just, how silent even the arena got was just like, wait a minute, did that really happen? I mean, who better than Lesnar? Who else? That's why Vince was very careful about who's going to end the streak. I heard Undertaker wanted Mark Henry to do it. Mark Henry didn't want that. I heard Edge wanted Edge to do it. Edge didn't want that. Even though, oh my God, I would have made Edge. He was already on the wildest heels ever. But that, man, Edge beating Undertaker at WrestleMania. Oh my God, he would have been forever hated. See, Lesnar's different. He was hated, but Lesnar's hard to hate, bro. Cause he's just dope, bro. He's just fucking dope. He's entertaining as shit. He don't have to say a word. Dude, if you got Brock Lesnar on the show just beating niggas up, bullying niggas, that's entertaining. Like, he don't have to talk. That's why with him, Paul Heyman is probably the best superstar manager duo of all time. What manager duo is better than Paul Heyman and Lesnar? Honestly. What duo is better than them? You can say Paul Bear Undertaker. That's a hell of a good one. I can't really argue with that. You say that. Paul Bear Undertaker's classic. You know what I'm saying? Paul Bear Kane. You know? But, man, I know for sure Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar's top 5. It's easily top 5. I'll argue that with anybody. Easily top 5. Paul Heyman was the perfect voice for Brock Lesnar. Perfect. But then I remember Lesnar back in the day, he was a great talker. He's a pretty decent talker. So, like, Lesnar's a legend. Shouts out to Brock Lesnar. You talk about that nigga, man, he does it. You talk about legitimacy. There's really nobody more legit than him. Maybe New Jack. It's probably next to him being legit. That match would have been very interesting, by the way. Of course, Brock would have washed New Jack, but still. Shouts out to Brock Lesnar too, because he killed. I don't think it was his doing to begin with, but he's the black man killer in a way. He beat all the black WWE champions in existence, pretty much. So, WWE champions, not world champions. That's Kofi, Big E, The Rock, and Lashley. So he beat the 4 only WWE champions in history, still right now. Maybe until Obafemi. So, but shouts out to, that's why I really shout him out for putting over Obafemi, because he killed that narrative. At least Triple H killed that narrative. Like I said, I don't think it's Brock Lesnar is doing anyway. He's getting paid. What you want him to do? It just happened to go that way. Oh, well. There's a lot of white guys that never beat Brock Lesnar back. So, I mean, I'm just saying. If you want to take it there. I just don't think Lesnar's a racist at all. I really don't. Most country boys aren't racist. Most country niggas aren't racist. They some wiggers for real. They some ghetto ass white people for real. They loud. They'll beat your ass and drink with you. They cool as fuck for real. I'm not saying all of them. There's a lot of country boys that's cool as fuck with niggas, bro. And I think Lesnar got that feeling where he cool as fuck for real life. Just don't piss him off. Hey, that's the nigga I would never want to get mad at me. He know how to fight too. He went to the UFC and beat niggas' ass too. I'm shooting his big ass. Nigga, what? You gotta be fucked up. My girl saying, this nigga out here talking shit. I'm like, who? She pointed at him. This is Lesnar. Oh, you got a gun? I'm not running up on this nigga. What did you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck out of here. Anyway, in all seriousness, man, Lesnar has beaten pretty much everybody that ever mattered, pretty much. Like Goldberg, Cena, CM Punk, Dave Bryan, AJ Styles, Joe, fucking Oba. This nigga is Roman, Seth. This nigga has beaten everybody and anybody. Hulk Hogan, rest in peace. Kurt Angle, Triple H, Undertaker, Rob Van Dam. This nigga to beat everybody, bro. And rightfully so. How could you not push a Brock Lesnar? It's crazy. And all the haters in the back, Oh, they gave a convicted rapist this, like, bro. You think Duddy would have? You really think Duddy would have Brock Lesnar, Broly Lesnar on television if he was actually convicted? If he was at the risk of being convicted? I would hope Duddy's not that dumb to do that. He's obviously acquitted of the situation. Because his name got brought up. He's obviously out the loop. Bro, they took him off of TV because of this shit. Y'all forgot that? What was it, like 2 years? So, for y'all to really think they're going to bring this nigga back in the middle of something like that, come on, bro. Use your head. Use your heads, bro. That makes no fucking sense. They're going to bring back Vince right now while he's in the middle of this case? That's why they haven't. Anybody, John Laurinaitis, anybody else? That's why they haven't. That's why they even know rumors. Well, I heard a rumor Vince probably coming back, and there's a lot of rumors. Vince might buy TNA, and he might come back to show back up to WWE. He might not be head of creative, but he will just have an influence or whatever. Who knows, right? Don't even matter at this point. Vince actually might make shit more exciting, to be honest, if he came back. But Brock Lesnar, man, a Vince McMahon project, by the way. So Vince know what he's talking about. Hate him or love him. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, man, thank you for the memories. Thank you for the childhood. Thank you for a lot of just the dope shit you did, all the entertaining. You put your body through hell to entertain us. You even went to UFC, entertained us. I seen all his UFC fights. So, yeah, man, Brock Lesnar is the shit. Brock Lesnar is definitely the shit. He's inspiring to me, too, in a lot of ways, because he has an ambition and drive that he ain't going to let nothing stop him from doing what he want to do. So that's inspiring as fuck. It really is. But, man, shouts out to Lesnar, man. Real, true legend. I already gave his flowers probably like a year ago. Or my series of giving flowers, his beast flowers. Because he's a legend that nobody ever says out loud. He's a GOAT that nobody says. He's one of the greats that nobody says out loud. You ever notice that? Nobody just openly say Brock Lesnar is the greatest of all time. You don't even hear many people say Brock Lesnar is my favorite wrestler. Well, Brock Lesnar's fire. He's always been fire. Even when he slowed down and just did Germans, he was still more entertaining than most matches I see today. I don't give a fuck how many Canadian destroyers you do. When the Canadian destroyer does nothing to you, then what's the point of it? How do you kick out of a flipping power driver? Just think about how ridiculous that really sounds, to be honest. All that force. Already a power driver can literally kill you if you do it wrong. But a fucking Canadian destroyer doesn't beat you is insane. It may look good during the match, but dude, if that don't win the match, what's that? I do not understand. What is the point of that? That's why I said Lesnar, even though he slowed down, he just did Germans. That's way more entertaining than that bullshit. Way more entertaining. You got to survive Brock Lesnar to beat him. That's why his matches is always good. Everybody was always on the short end to stick with this nigga if you wasn't an Obafemi or Goldberg type nigga. But shouts out to everybody who's following the channel. All that good stuff. We are out.